Hey, welcome back. Episode 11.
First and goal.
First and goal with Mike and Marcus. My
Big
guy.
win. Big win. Big win.
Hey.
Tough win.
Big win, tough win, ugly win,
But a win nonetheless.
but a win's a win.
And that's all that matters.
I
Right?
mean, lots to talk about in the game.
Man, dude.
Hey, shout out to the haters. We love y'all.
Hey man, before we get started, why don't y'all go down there, hit the like button,
Hit the like
hit the
button.
subscribe
Hit
button,
the subscribe button.
and leave us a comment.
Leave
man.
a comment. Come
So
on,
we can
man.
have
Help
it.
us build this channel up.
We want to hear
Jeez.
with
Come
y'all,
on.
man. Let's go. It's all about the Chiefs over here.
Hey, way to get that in early instead of late.
Yeah,
Nobody
man.
ain't here.
Yeah. So
Hey, if you're tuning in, we appreciate it though.
Right. Absolutely.
I can tell we're getting the same views, but it's returning people.
Yeah, it's cool. We need to get some new people now.
All right, 2017. Let's talk about the game. Chiefs
Hey,
versus Titans,
Chiefs.
2017.
Man, it was good, it was bad, and it was ugly.
All right, let's hear your good.
The defense. I don't think anybody who watched that football game is going to disagree with me when I say that the defense was the star of the show. I know that Patrick Mahomes had over 500 yards by himself, passing and running. I know that, and that's great. And we needed every last yard to make something happen.
Right.
But the defense was the star of the show, man. I mean, I know that Derrick Henry, he had over 100 yards rushing. It is Derrick Henry. He is an all-pro running back. But when you sit down and you look at it,
Didn't have shit second half.
he didn't have nothing second half, and he only had two big runs. He had a 57-yard run and then like a 38-yard run.
Which was saved.
Yeah, I mean, two
by
touchdowns
Reed.
saved by Justin Reed. Me and you was talking about that.
Which one of them I think he ended up scoring anyways.
Yeah, but still though, I mean, he made him work a little bit harder. But I mean, the bright spot was the defense, man. We locked them down from like
defense kept us in the game. Just crazy kept us in the
Yeah.
game because the offense was letting us down.
just let down
7 possessions in a row
punt.
without scoring a point.
Yeah.
We ain't did that, I think they said, since like 2018 or
Yeah.
some shit.
You know, and we talked about this last week, Mike. We have problems with Tennessee for whatever reason, man. We're like 2-7 against Tennessee with Mahomes as our quarterback. Don't quote me on that stat. I know it might be 2-6 or something like that, but for some reason, Tennessee gives us fits, man. Indianapolis gives us fits. It's like the AFC South or something like that. But
Instead, through the second half and overtime, the Titans ran 27 offensive plays and only gained 7 yards total.
I mean, how much more lockdown do you want?
And I think it was like -2
Yeah.
passing in the second half.
And they had
So that means they only have 5 yards rushing.
Yeah. And they was beating us the whole game.
Or 25 yards rushing.
Whenever they're ahead, they're the type of team that whenever they're ahead, it's Derrick Henry time.
Right.
But our defense did not let that happen.
Right.
And I'm
Big
very
stops.
big time,
big
man. Big
stop.
time, bro. I mean, I can't really single out one player on the defense because it was the unit as a whole that did great. But I'll tell you what, man, on that screen pass that Nick Bolton stopped for a 4-yard loss, I felt like the momentum kind of switched for us there.
Right.
You know, so I mean, shouts out to the defense. You know, they came to play and they locked it down and we won. So, you know, that's my good for the game. The bad would be probably special teams for me. We got Bunker missing extra points and you know, missing field goals and stuff like that. That to me, that's gonna
Bucker,
stop.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, special teams is a phase of the game that gets underappreciated, but time and time again, it comes
Since
back
Buckers
to
came
one
back,
point.
he's missed a field goal or an extra point or both
Yeah, I read
in,
something
in
today.
3 games.
I read something today, Mike, that said that he's not 100% healthy still. So I don't know if you want to take that as
Yeah,
a
but
word,
that's bullshit. If you can
if
suit
he's
up,
in
you're
there,
healthy.
he's in there. That's
I've
right.
seen you kick 54-yard on one foot,
leg,
like you said.
like one step.
Right.
You know what I mean? One step.
So if you're able to suit up, you're
Yeah.
good.
So I mean, I was pretty happy with Hardman on the punt return, though. Since we're talking about special teams, I mean, there was a difference there. I mean, he didn't really do nothing special, but he caught the ball and he went forward, and that's what I like to see.
I think the game was so slow was because the refs slowed the games down.
Flag City, man.
18 penalties.
Flag City, dude.
Like when I seen who the reffing staff was going to be, I said, man, let the yellow flags fly because that's what these guys do is they just throw flags and they slow the games down. It's almost like the refs are the ones who are able to keep the spread close and keep the over and under because flags do what? They slow the game. They take points away. They do all that. And they say you could throw a flag on every play if you wanted to.
Probably could.
So
I mean,
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, the refs need to stop doing that.
8 on us, 10 on them. Flag after
Yeah,
flag. And then a couple that they picked up and said no flag on the play.
yeah, I did notice that too. It was pretty crazy, man. So, the good, the defense, the bad
Defense
is the
played
special
well.
teams. The ugly's the offense, man. I mean, we are just downright plain and simple, man. The run offense is just terrible right now. Whether it's the run blocking scheme, whether it's the actual O line, or if it's the actual running back not seeing the hole.
You know what?
I tend,
It's the old line. Here we go,
yeah,
right
I
here.
believe it is the O line.
Orlando Brown Jr. gave up 6 pressures, 1 hit, and 1 sack.
Say that again.
Orlando Brown Jr. gave up 6 pressures, 1 hit, and 1 sack.
Can I chime in?
Joe Tooney gave up 2 pressures, 1 hurry, and 1 sack. Creed Humphrey gave up 2 pressures, no hits, and or sacks. Trey Smith gave up 6 pressures, 1 hit, and 1 sack. Andrew Wiley gave up 8 pressures, 1 hit, no sacks. They're not holding blocks.
No, they're not holding blocks. Let me just go back to what you said about Brown because I just seen it right before I came today, bro. Um, that sack that Orlando Brown gave up on the stat sheet, I don't necessarily think it might not have been his fault, man. I think Mahomes might have been holding on to the ball a little bit too long, or it was a covered sack. But still, nonetheless, his guy that he was supposed to be
6
blocking got him.
pressures.
6 pressures. I mean, every last lineman that you just named let off pressures, man.
Right.
Now, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. The defensive line for Tennessee is top notch, man. That dude,
Oh, for
Jeffrey
sure. Number
Simmons,
1 in rushing.
yeah, I mean they are a dominant team there on that
They
side of
don't
the ball.
they blitz the least in the league
And
and
what's that tell
number
you?
1 against the run.
What's that tell you?
The good defensive line.
defensive front is solid, man.
Right.
It's solid. Might be the best in the league. I don't know the
They're up
absolute
there.
number, but they got to be
Let
top
I
five
mean top 5 for
for
sure.
sure, top five. So, but so the running game is just terrible right now, man. It's forcing us to be a one-dimensional team on offense.
The run game is terrible. It's because we're running 3 guys the whole fucking
So
game.
back to what we've been saying for me and you
You
both
got
on
to
that.
pick a number 1
And let
and
him
he's
go.
got to get 15 carries. I
Let him
don't
go.
give a shit who you think the number
Yeah.
1 is. Just fucking pick him
And
and
let
let
him
him
go.
be the number 1.
Let him get some confidence.
70 pass plays. I mean, that tells me right there no run game whatsoever.
No, none, and that's too much. And anytime for any team, it doesn't matter if it's the Chiefs, Patriots, whoever. It
The
doesn't matter.
longest run,
You have 70 passes in a game, it's not good.
the longest run was a 12-yard run by Pacheco that got called back from a penalty.
For holding. Yeah, I remember that.
That was the
I remember
longest
that.
run of the game
Yeah.
by a running back.
That's nuts, man.
Mahomes
Nuts.
had the second best rushing yards of his career, 63 yards, right?
He was our leading rusher.
Yeah. Mahomes 4-0 in overtime for his career.
Boy's got boy's got nice.
We had
confidence, man.
14 yards rushing from the backs.
That's terrible. After penalties and everything else, guys.
Right.
That's terrible.
So you had 4 attempts, 5 attempts, 3 attempts by the
no,
3 running backs.
so that's 12 attempts.
12
And how many
attempts
did Mahomes
split
have?
between 3. I'm not sure what Mahomes had.
But
But
63 yards.
14 yards, dude.
That's not good.
You got to let somebody be the back and you got to let them get comfortable and you got to let them find their mojo so they can find holes.
Get a rhythm.
Exactly. Like, what are you doing, man?
Man.
We don't got no running game. I think the coaches literally don't want to have a running game,
I don't
is
think
what I
so.
think.
Yeah, I mean that could very well be. And plus too, when you just factor this in. Think about this for a minute. You probably already know this. What position did Eric Bieniemy play?
Running back,
What position did he coach before he became the offensive coordinator?
running backs.
Okay, so he's a running back guy, right? Offensive coordinator. You would think that the running backs would get a little bit more love,
Right.
seeing as who our offensive coordinator is.
Because you got to know running game opens up pass game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, guess who our running backs coach is? His name's Greg Lewis. He was a wide receiver for Andy Reid whenever he was in Philadelphia.
Running back coaches,
So,
wide receiver.
I mean, just make it make sense to me, man.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say about
Run
that.
run is just not in the game plan.
No,
And
it's
if it
not.
was, you would have more than 12 attempts
That's right. And we ain't
with 3 people.
correct. And we haven't really ran the ball since Kareem was here.
Right.
Effectively. I mean, we've had
But
moments.
we was giving Kareem the ball.
Yeah, we was feeding him. We was feeding him.
I
He was
feel
our
like if
number
you
one.
give Pacheco 15 plus carries,
He's gonna break.
he's gonna break some. He's gonna wear them
Yeah.
people down because they're gonna be hitting them. He's gonna be hitting them,
over
and he's gonna break some.
the course of the game.
I feel like if you give Clyde Hilaire 15 carries, he's gonna get you 100 yards.
It's been shown before. I mean,
Like, come on.
this is nothing. They have showed that before.
I'm not sure McKinnon gonna be the number
He
1
ain't-
rusher.
No, he's gonna be a pass.
He's
guy.
the third
just-
down guy.
exactly.
Come in,
Agree. He had
2nd and long.
he had
Bring
a-
him in.
He had 6 catches for 40 yards this past
Right.
game. So that tells you all you need to know about him and what they think about him.
Right.
He's more of the third down pass catcher coming out of the backfield. He'll even block. I seen him blocking pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, our wide receiving unit though, they're they're starting to they're starting to show something. I love the way that they're using Juju. They're kind of using Juju, and they were talking about this during
Yeah,
the game.
Juju had
He had 10 for
10 receptions,
yeah, he had 10 for I got you. 10 for 88.
88.
Yeah, 10 for 88. I mean,
Kelsey had 10 for
yeah,
106. Hardman had 6 for 79 and a TD.
yeah.
Hardman's been looking good.
Hey, I have been
3
on
games in a row,
three.
what, 4
Thank you.
touchdowns?
Took the words right out of my mouth, man. I've been hard on Hardman since we drafted him. I can
Matter
admit
of
it.
fact, 5 touchdowns in 3
I
games.
think yeah, because he had three
Then 1 and
and
1.
then 1-1. Yeah, so yeah, 5 touchdowns in 3 games, and
They've
he's
definitely
coming.
found a way to.
Hey, we were talking about this, and we both. I don't know if you said it, but I think I said it. I didn't think that they was going to try to re-sign him, but now,
They found a way to get him in
but
there.
now
He's trying to earn that
but
money.
the way that they're using him is his type of game to me. He's coming out of the backfield. He's doing these little quick passes and stuff like that. But
So
he did have 2 drops though.
they tried to throw a bomb to Sky Moore twice
That didn't work.
and completely not even
He
close.
looks like he has
Why?
no confidence.
Well, I don't think they're playing him right. I think he should be that slasher across the middle guy
Okay.
more than a deep guy.
So like a slot
I feel
receiver.
like Watson is the deep guy. He's shown he can catch a
Yeah.
bomb. Scantlin should be a deep guy.
He was
He's got the speed.
he was missing this past week. He was
He had,
missing.
he had one target
Yeah, well,
and he caught it.
that's right. That's right.
So he wasn't
But
missing.
I
Oh,
like
missing like in
yeah,
action.
yeah. I mean, I mean,
Right.
one target.
So they gave him one
he got
target and he
on the
made the
68
catch
passes.
on 3rd down, got the first down.
One target out of 68
I
passes.
feel like if you give him a chance,
Yeah, give him more targets. Let's see what he can do. But I like the way that they're looking on
Tony
that part
looked
of
good.
it. Tony, hey, he had what 10 snaps, 8 snaps, something
Yeah,
like that. I
Tony
mean,
had a couple catches quick.
ju-
They went to him early to
the-
see if he
yeah,
could break one,
2 times
but
early.
then never brought him back after the
Every
first
one
quarter.
time, and he had a pretty good move. I seen this little video where he did like this little move on that guy and
So
shook him
it's
down.
it's almost like, you know, how people say we're gonna be better, including me. We lost Tyreek. We're gonna be better.
Yeah.
It's almost like you see guys early and then you never see them again.
Yeah, and then that does something to their mental. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're like,
Like
"Yo,
when
let
we
me
had
in the ball,
Tyreek,
get the ball."
you knew he was the man. You could
Yeah.
get him from him first, second, third, and fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
But now we got so many people that nobody's really getting hot.
Yeah, but it's kind of a good thing for our offense because the defense that we're going against, they don't know what's up.
Right.
But I can see it being the way that you're talking about too. They get cold, they get frustrated, they
right,
don't want to try
right,
as hard. Maybe
right.
they don't block as good.
So you go to
as
Tony
guys.
early, 3 or 4 plays,
Yeah.
and then you don't go to him again
Same thing.
the
Same
whole
thing
rest of the
with,
game.
MVS. Same thing. So, but I
I
think
guess when your number's called, you're just supposed
yeah,
to be ready.
I think maybe back to the Tony thing. I think maybe because he just got here, maybe that might be the thing with that. Maybe
Right.
I don't know, but he came from New York. I mean, they got one of our old coaches as the offensive coordinator who
So we went
learned.
into overtime. Mahomes wasn't about to let the shit down. He
Hey
took
man,
off running,
hey, that boy's got some wheels when needed.
took it
When
off.
needed.
He's a smart runner.
Yeah, he's very smart. It was
So
he's not he
speed
ain't
don't get him
yeah,
the yards.
no.
Being smart gets him
It's
the
he's
yards.
thinking about
Right.
okay, I got an open lane right here. Let me take it. I mean, it was 3rd and 17, and he got 20 yards on that
Right,
running
right.
the ball. And then like 2 plays after that, it was like 3rd and 9, and he got the touchdown.
Right.
So more of that.
He
More of that.
He wasn't gonna let us lose that game.
He wasn't. I could just see it in his eyes, man. He was not going to let us lose that game.
If Bucker don't miss his shit, we don't
Yeah, I
even
mean,
go to
Tucker-
overtime.
I mean, we left 4 points on the board there at the end, man. We didn't even have to even go through all that. You know, what I'm
Kelsey,
saying?
great catch in overtime to
Kelsey,
keep the
great
train
catch.
rolling.
Man, that was an awesome catch. After you seen that replay,
And
man,
then
he
came back,
yeah,
right? And then
he was
Noah
great.
Gray with
Yeah.
the awesome catch to keep it
nice,
moving.
nice, very nice, very nice. But
Big plays in overtime.
yeah, I mean, I like how they're using Juju, Mike. They're using Juju like in a Travis Kelsey kind of way. To me,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I mean, the quick passes was working all night long. I would like to see more of that moving forward. You know,
Yeah, quick. That we had to. They was getting in there
yeah,
so quick.
we had to.
And
We
then
had
if
to.
he held the ball 3 seconds, he was fucking getting
Yeah,
sacked.
exactly. He had to get rid of the ball quick, but
Right.
I like the way Juju's running his routes. To me, him and Kelsey are very
And he's out
interchangeable.
there having fun.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, and he blocks well too. I was noticing that this past game, he's out there blocking his ass off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I appreciate that about him.
I'm with it.
Hey, Tennessee's a good team. They was 5-2 coming in. They won
5-game win streak.
5 games.
First in the division.
Derrick Henry was getting healthy, and the Chiefs put a stop to that.
First in the division.
Yeah, first, absolutely. So we won. I know both our predictions was what I was 34-21. You were 31-21.
Yeah,
something like that.
it didn't get
It wasn't
there.
even close on that
The
part.
refs helped with that
Yeah.
though.
So I mean,
Yellow
hey,
flag.
I'm never gonna say anything. We won, so that's all I'm
Hey,
gonna say.
some
Go ahead
wars
and
ain't
note that.
ugly. It's
Yeah,
like,
hey,
sometimes it's just a
it is
battle and
what it
it's a
is.
war. That's what you call battle tested.
Later on in the season,
You
that
know,
might come back to
I'm gonna
benefit
bring this up because I got some Eagles
us.
fans
Oh
out
my
here
god!
who,
Oh my god!
golly, they ain't played nobody, but they
Look at
swear they
these
about to win the
Eagles.
Super Bowl. But battle tested
That's us.
through the
That's us
trenches,
right now.
down, coming back.
That's the Kansas City Chiefs, man.
We're
It-
we're there. We ain't giving up. We ain't stopping.
yeah,
And
year
that's
after
why I
year.
think we're the best team in the NFL
Year
right
after
now.
year, exactly, and I agree 100% about that. These battle-tested
We're
games,
never out the game. We never
never,
quit.
never out of the game. Even whenever it looks like we might be out of the game, 15 says hold my beer. We're not
Right.
out the game.
That's
And
it.
so as long as we got him on our team, bro, we're gonna always be in the games. Now there's gonna be a game here and there every season
Right.
where just we ain't linking, we ain't sinking, we ain't doing nothing.
Hey,
But
so we both can agree that the Philadelphia Eagles suck.
I, I don't want to say suck, bro, because
The
I think they're pretty
Philadelphia
good. I
Eagles
think they're
suck.
pretty good, but their schedule has been much weaker than
Here's
the
the
Kansas City
thing
Chiefs.
is
And
they're
plus,
taking advantage and they're doing what they're supposed to do
exactly.
win against these scrubby ass
Exactly.
teams they're playing.
Exactly. And they're playing the scrubby teams because they didn't do so good last year.
Right.
So the
Exactly.
teams that you play are based off what you did last year.
Do
So if
you
you were third place in your
do you
division,
know that three teams in the NFC East have the top three easiest schedules in the NFL?
Philly's got to be one, right?
Commanders is number one. They
But
got the easiest schedule
you
coming
said that
into the
smooth
season.
coming out of your lips. The Washington Commanders.
Commanders was number one.
It's hard.
Dallas was number two.
Okay.
Philly was number three.
No stuff.
So the Chiefs, we expect this from us, right?
Yeah, we play a first place schedule every
So
year.
the Eagles are a surprise team, right?
That's right.
Giants are a surprise team
That's right.
because they got an easy ass fucking schedule.
Because they sucked last year.
Exactly.
So
So
Chiefs are battle tested.
you Eagles fans,
The Chiefs have a harder schedule. It's
go
not
go
even
go do your
close.
research,
Just go
man.
look up strength of schedule.
The Eagles are winning because they're
Yeah.
supposed to win because they're playing
But
scrubs.
they got talent too, bro. I mean,
No,
Hurts is good. AJ Brown's a boss.
the whole
Their
team
running
is
game,
good,
yeah, they're good.
but who's tested them?
Nobody. Nobody. Who's tested
Because
the
who have
Chiefs?
they played to test them?
The Chiefs have.
Actually, Dallas tested them with a backup quarterback.
That's
They
right.
was down and almost came back
That's right.
and
That's
almost
right.
took the I
That's
think it
right.
was the lead on the game,
Yeah.
and then they ended up not getting the lead, and then Philly kind of went up a few points. But Dallas tested them with a backup,
Yeah. Cooper Rush, I think that's who you're talking
right?
about. But
So,
no,
hey,
Philadelphia's got a squad,
Philly's good.
but they ain't
Philly's
the
good.
Chiefs. They ain't the Chiefs.
Philly's good.
Yeah. I remember whenever the Chiefs went like 9-0 or 10-0 back whenever Alex Smith first got here,
Right,
and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" But then once we got to the playoffs,
right.
that's
Got
because we
beat. We
played that
gave up.
soft schedule.
Is that when we gave up the lead to Indy, or is
Yeah,
that
I
when we
think that
lost at
might have.
home to the Ravens?
It could have been. I don't know, but
Ravens
it
came in
was
here
back
and
in
beat
that.
us.
I mean, it was back in them times, man. So I mean,
Maybe it was Tennessee that
but
came here and beat us.
all that.
Mariota catching the
Yeah, it could
touchdown
have
to
been.
himself.
It could have been. That was. bullshit.
Anyways, upcoming game.
Got Jags,
Jag,
man, another AFC South team.
former
So
coach.
former coach that knows Andy Reid very well. They got a talented ball club. I
Right.
know that
Up and coming.
I
They ain't got the wins,
they don't have,
but they're
but
competing.
they're go back and look. I know you have. Y'all need to go back and look and see. They've only lost the 5 games that they lost have all been by one score or
Hey,
less.
their cornerbacks have 8 interceptions.
Exactly.
They're going to be trying to
they are
take
tough,
the
man.
ball.
They're tough.
We
And
throw 70 times, we're liable to get a couple picks with
yeah,
them.
hey, and let me tell you something.
Came back 20 down on
That
the Raiders to beat them.
they did.
17 or 20
That
down.
just shows you how bad the Raiders are. The Raiders lost 3 games.
3 or 4 games with a 17
Yeah,
point lead.
exactly. That's not good. But I mean, they got a hell of a running back. The
Good
Jags
quarterback,
do.
good running back,
Good young quarterback. Good young running back.
couple good receivers. Kirk,
Yeah, Kirk, and they just went and got
Jones, Marvin Jones, I think. He
They got
came from where was he at? Detroit?
yep, and they got Evan Ingram.
Ingram.
And he's coming on pretty
And
good.
they got a former Raiders wide receiver that they said the quarterback likes to throw to.
For real.
I don't know his name.
Well, I just
So
know
four decent receivers.
they got a good little squad, man. I ain't taking them lightly. I hope the Chiefs aren't taking them lightly because we
Right.
see what Indianapolis did to us,
For sure.
and we don't need to have a repeat of that.
And they beat the Raiders last week. They're trying to knock off the AFC West, beat us
We
this
can't
week.
have that. We just need to go take care of business, play our game, and we should be fine. I don't want to use this word, but I'm gonna use it.
And I think they're like They're top 6 or 7 in run defense
Yeah,
too.
they are. They got a solid little defense, man. People don't know about that Devin Lloyd guy. It's their linebacker. He's very top notch for a
Yeah.
rookie, man. They are very good. I'm gonna use the term trap game because it could be coming off of one of
Right.
these wins like we got, big
Right.
time win, overtime, emotional win, going
If
playing
we
against the
play
Jags.
balanced football,
No
we're
fear.
gonna win.
Yeah, we will. No doubt. We will.
Let's not give 3 running backs 15
Yeah,
carries.
just give one
Let's
running
give
back
one running
15,
back 15
maybe
carries
one gets 5.
and one gets 5 and then the other one's in there catching passes
Yeah,
on third
like
down.
I
Like why can't we do that?
I don't understand. I agree with that 100%. I just think it's better for our team moving forward.
Personally, Jags ain't about to come here and do shit. We about to knock the Jags off.
We're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them. I'm looking forward to it. So
So we'll go point. What you think?
I ain't really thought about it, man. I think it's gonna be closer than what we
What
think.
what they score last week?
Like 24
They scored
or
20,
something like that.
23 to 20 or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. Yeah, it
Right.
was like 24, 20, 27, 20, something like
Right,
that.
right.
I'm gonna say Kansas City Chiefs 27.
I think our defense is better than the Raiders
Me too.
and we're at home.
I just I don't know. I just think this is just me talking. 27 Chiefs, 21 Jags.
27-21. It's a
Yeah.
close game. That's a
27,
good score.
21. Maybe it's 27-14 headed into the late
Here's
fourth
another
quarter.
thing. Their O line don't give up sacks. I think he's the least sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Is he really?
I think so.
Man, well, we need to get some pressure on him. This is our last game playing
I
without
think
Frank
that's
Clark.
what I heard. I listened to NFL YouTube where there's preview of the game and trying to remember the shit they were saying.
Oh, I got a little fun fact for us, man.
Here we go.
It's kind of a small sample size stat, but Trent McDuffie, he's allowed 0 receptions on 45
45
snaps.
snaps.
Small sample size, I know,
But he ain't been there.
but he's sticky, bro.
And he ain't
He's
giving up.
no, he's sticky. He's
Right.
right there. He's right there. He's in
Ain't
position.
gave up
time.
one pass.
Yeah, so
One catch.
I'm looking to see him get better, as if
That's
he's
good.
not already, good. But
Right.
I want to see more of that.
Right.
I love the way that our rookies are playing, man. I think that later on in the season, come playoff time, the experience that they're getting now is going to pay off for us in the playoffs.
For
And I
sure.
truly mean that.
Yeah. And I
So,
mean it's long term.
yeah.
We're looking at having these guys
Now,
for 4 years.
let's talk about one thing I want to talk about real quick.
Let me get my
OBJ.
prediction in.
Okay.
Let's go. Damn, 27's a good number
Yeah.
because
I just think the Jags defense is a little bit better than what people think.
yes, I'm gonna go with that. Let's go with that. 27-21. I'm with you on that.
But I say 21.
I'll
But
say 20. Let's
okay,
go
just
20.
to be different. Cool.
Right.
But also, I think it's going to be like a garbage time touchdown for them to get 21.
Right.
So
Right.
let's just go on record to say that. All right, I want to talk about something. This offensive line OBJ situation. Are we keeping him or are we not keeping him? I'm gonna give you my answer, but I'll
Who?
ask you. OBJ,
Offensive line.
Orlando Brown
Oh,
Jr.
uh,
Our OBJ.
oh shit. We ain't keeping him. We ain't signing him again.
I agree. Damn. I want to disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, why would we?
I don't think we should. I don't think we will. I don't think he's worth it.
The best offer he got was
He-
before the season
he
started,
shoulda- he
and he should
shoulda-
have fucking
he's-
took it. And I'm
he's-
so glad he didn't.
Yeah, he is declining as a player,
He-
and I'm glad that he didn't sign.
Left tackle, no way.
Nope. Right tackle, we'll talk. Right
If he
tackle,
wants to go to the
talk.
right side, let's talk about something.
Because
Left tackle, no way.
as we, so for y'all that don't know, we talk all the time about football, off-season draft, all this kind of stuff. So for me, in my mind, Mike, this is how I start thinking about stuff. This is the time of year in the football season where I start looking at the draft prospects. I mean,
Right.
we're going to be drafting low in each round, so I start kind of looking at
We
it.
probably take a left tackle with
Yeah,
our first pick.
So Clark Hunt said this week, in which I never believed it anyways. I never believed this. I never believed that Brett Veach couldn't trade the first round pick because the draft was in Kansas City. I don't believe
Right.
it. I think he should be able to trade it to make us better.
Right.
And
I
the
mean,
Chiefs
he's the
fans,
general manager. He
and
does what he does.
the Chiefs fans just need to know that it's for the betterment of the team. Just because we're having the draft in Kansas City, don't mean we got to have a first round draft pick.
Right.
If my team gets
It'd be
better-
nice though.
I mean, but if we trade up to go get an offensive lineman or a
Right.
pass rusher, I will be 100% on board with that. So me moving forward, I'm gonna be looking at the offensive line, college kids, and the pass rushers in college for
Right.
our first round draft pick.
Right.
That's
sure.
That's what
Because
I wanna
Clark may not be on the team next year either.
because he ain't signed past this year, but he could be too. He could be too.
It's gonna have to
We'll
be
see.
for a hell of a deal.
Yeah, he's got.
And do we really want to make that deal?
Yeah.
It may be time to move on
mean, it
and
might
put
just
somebody
be-
there because
We're right now we're going through a youth movement.
I look at it exactly. That's what I was just about to say. I
let's
look
keep
at it like the whole team's young.
Mhm.
Why are now?
Let's
Why
go.
are we not just
I
going
mean,
young all the way around?
you gotta have a veteran guy in the mix to
Hey,
kinda
shout
keep
out
him
to
right.
Sanders who had
Oh,
a big fucking
Kalen
game.
Sanders, man. Oh, that dude
He had
is
some big
man,
stops.
big time.
He had a great game,
Big time, man, for sure, for sure. He's actually every game he has a couple stops like
right?
that. I don't know his
It
actual
was just
snap
really
counts.
noticeable in the last
Yeah, no,
game. He was pumped,
absolutely,
man.
absolutely, man. He got us fired up. And you know who else? Carlos Dunlap. He did pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know what's up with this little celebration thing that he does, a little roll thing,
right.
but hey, whatever, man.
He's just hype,
Yeah, but so for me, moving forward, Mike, I'm gonna be paying attention to that kind of stuff. You know, it's just the time of year for me to get into that mode.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I just
Hey,
wanted to mention that.
if you stuck with us this long, we appreciate it. Don't
Yeah,
forget to like,
like it.
comment, and share. Subscribe. We really need
Yeah,
subscribers, man. Hit the subscribe button.
that's it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Go Chiefs.
Love y'all, man. Ah.